Hello and welcome back to Slow English Stories. I am Leo, and I am so excited to share today's journey with you. Today, we are not just reading, we are traveling into a mystery. We are going to visit the Silent City. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the whole world suddenly went quiet? Well, today you will find out while improving your English. I will explain new words and grammar points as we go, so you can learn naturally. Are you ready to see why the world stopped? Let's dive in. Leo woke up, but something was wrong. Usually, he heard the buzz of cars and the chirping of birds. But today, there was only absolute silence. Let's look at those words. Absolute means total or complete. It means there was 100% no sound at all. A buzz is a continuous low humming sound, like a bee or a busy street. He looked out his window. A bus was in the middle of the road, but the driver was gone. A bird was in the sky, but it was not moving. It was frozen in the air. When something is frozen, it is stuck in one position and cannot move. Leo felt a cold shiver. The world had paused, like a movie on a screen. Notice how I said the world had paused. This is the past perfect tense. We use had plus a past verb to show that an action happened before another time in the past. The world stopped before Leo looked out the window. Leo stepped outside. The air smelled like old dust and fresh rain, but it was very still. He shouted hello, but there was no echo. Then he heard a tiny sound coming from the tallest building in the city. Tick, tick, tick. Someone or something was still moving. Leo ran toward the tower. His heart was beating fast in his chest. He pushed the heavy glass doors and entered the lobby. A lobby is the large entrance area at the front of a big building like a hotel or an office. The room was massive. Massive is a word we use when something is very, very big or huge. As Leo was walking across the cold floor, he heard his own footsteps. Notice the phrase was walking. This is the past continuous tense. We use it to describe an action that was in progress in the past. It helps you feel the movement in the story. He followed the sound to the very top floor. He found a small wooden door. He opened it slowly. The room smelled like machine oil and old metal. Inside, an old man was sitting on a high stool. He was looking at a giant golden clock. The old man looked exhausted. When you are exhausted, you are not just tired. You are extremely tired, like you have no energy left. You are late, the old man whispered without turning around. Leo gasped in surprise. To gasp means to catch your breath suddenly because you are shocked or amazed. The old man stood up. His hands were shaking. My name is Silas, he said. I am the clockmaker. If I do not fix this gear, the city will never wake up. Here is a very important grammar point, the first conditional. We use if plus present tense and will plus verb to talk about a real possibility. Silas is worried about the future of the city. Silas pointed to a small, glowing gear. A gear is a wheel with teeth that fits into another wheel to make a machine move. This gear is broken, Silas said. I need a special tool, but I am too old to climb the clock tower. You must help me, Leo. If you fail, time will stop forever. Leo looked up at the giant, dark machinery. It looked dangerous. He was anxious. Being anxious means you feel worried or nervous about something that might happen. But if he didn't try, his family and friends would stay frozen forever. Leo started to climb the long, iron ladder. A ladder is a piece of equipment with steps that you use to climb up high. The metal felt rusty and cold. Rusty means the metal is old and has a rough, orange-brown color because of the rain. As he climbed higher, his heart beat faster. Notice the words higher and faster. We use these comparative words to show that something is increasing. He was more high and more fast than before. He reached the giant clock face. He could see the whole city below him. It looked like a toy town because nobody was moving. Leo took the glowing gear out of his pocket. It felt fragile in his hand. Fragile means something is very weak and can break easily, like a thin piece of glass. He had to be very steady. Steady means his hands had to be firm and not shaking. Leo carefully placed the gear into the center of the machine. We add ly to the word careful to make an adverb. We use adverbs to describe how someone does an action. Leo did the action in a careful way. Suddenly, the gears started to glow brighter. Click! The giant metal wheels began to turn. A loud rumble shook the tower. A rumble is a low, heavy, continuous sound, like thunder far away. Below him, Leo heard the most beautiful sound in the world: noise. The cars started to honk. To honk is the beep beep sound a car makes. The birds started to sing. The people started to walk. Time was moving again. Leo felt a great sense of relief. Relief is the happy feeling you get when a big worry or a problem goes away. He ran back down to find Silas. But when he opened the small wooden door, the room was empty. Silas was gone. The only thing on the stool was a small, silver pocket watch. Leo picked up the watch. Picked up is a phrasal verb that means to lift something from a surface. He looked at the back of the watch. It had a message: time is a gift. Use it well. Leo walked out of the building and joined the busy crowds. He was happy, but he kept a secret. Every time he hears a clock tick, he remembers the day the world stood still. Leo, what an amazing ending. Leo saved the city and learned that time is a very special gift. Did you like the story of the Silent City? What was your favorite new word today? Was it fragile, steady, or rumble? Write it in the comments below. I love reading your comments. If you want to keep learning English with these stories, please subscribe to Slow English Stories and hit the notification bell. Also, share this video with a friend who wants to improve their English. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in our next story. Goodbye.